We are live at Shift Real Talk, talking about love today. I used to be in love with love, but we're going to talk about love is more than just a feeling.
What's poppin'? What's poppin', people?
Yo,
What's going on? How y'all doing? We are back in the building with another dope episode, man.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I'm your boy, Pastor J.
And I'm your girl, Lady Free.
And, man, we got a dope guest with us today, man. I'm excited, man. I just met this dude, man, and this brother. And I promise you, he got some bars. He got some bars, and we started the show. This is why we kind of logging in 2 minutes late, because we started the show a little early. You know what I'm saying?
Pre-show.
So, but yeah, we were doing the pre-show, man, and we just kind of connected, man. So, man, we're gonna introduce to y'all. And some of y'all may not know him where I'm from, but I know he's very well known in the city of Houston. And they call him, and he goes by the name of Baritone.
Yeah.
Yep. How y'all doing, man?
What's going on with you, man?
Man, I'm solid. How about you, man?
Man, listen, man, you should be doing radio, man. Are you doing radio?
I do wherever my voice is needed, man.
I'm looking for your radio show, man. Seriously,
Cool.
Seriously, man. So you can, man. People,
It'll happen.
It's coming, man. But man, tell us about yourself, man. Like they say you're a poet, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a poet. I've been on the poetry scene here locally since 2006. Been really working hard, getting it done on stage, man.
Okay.
And just started out in 2006 at the Poetry Lounge and here in Houston. Met Seven. That relationship is still going strong, and we still been doing our thing, man. So I love words. You know, my shirt says "wordy by nature."
Right.
Just I'm in love with words, in love with God, in love with the process of
Absolutely.
just learning people, and I love people, man.
Absolutely,
So yeah,
absolutely.
in
we
a
definitely
nutshell.
know that God is the center of why we even do what we do here at Shift, man.
Right.
You know, our goal is to lead people to Christ, man, through the influence of this platform, which we deal with a lot of relationships. And when I heard the title of your one of your poems,
Right.
it was what's the title again?
In love with love.
In Love with Love.
Okay,
Yes.
tell us a little bit more about that.
So one day, Bobby Brown's Roni came on,
Okay.
and I said to myself, man, I've been in love with love since Bobby Brown's Roni. Since just me and you, Tony. And I said, wait, I'm coming up with something. And so I realized that I was living vicariously through love songs. And every relationship that I had up until that point was a lie. And so I had to really get with the truth within myself and deal with it in a way that was poetic, right? So I expressed myself poetically to really realize how wrong I was, and I was able to fix it by, stop doing it. I just had to stop,
Gotcha.
because it was bad. It was really bad. It was toxic.
Man, I see this happens a lot, man. And this is why I thought this would be befitting for today to talk about love and how a lot of us are get in trouble because of that word. And because sometimes we stay in relationships for this feeling of love.
Yes.
Feeling.
So sometimes we'll be in a toxic situation,
Right.
and because we're in love with this person, we look past the toxicness to say, well, I love this person. You mean they beating you up or they cheating? Well, I love, and the reason why they stay is because of love.
Wrote a poem about it.
You wrote a poem about it.
I wrote a poem about that too.
Wow. Yeah. So we stay for love, but I really, honestly, we really don't understand what love is, and we're carried or we're driven by this feeling that we deal with inside of the relationship.
Right.
And that feeling causes us to even try to control the process of this relationship.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, man. So what do you think? What do you think love is? Because you write about it, man. What do you think love is?
I love definitions, right? So
Gotcha.
they say love is a strong feeling, but love is a verb, right? So love is also action,
Yeah.
right? And so for me, love is me being selfless, towards you,
Okay.
and you being selfless towards me. Because if I'm busy worried about you, and you're worried about me, we don't have no reason to worry about what's not being done because my focus is you.
Both of y'all covered.
So it's unconditional. I mean, and it's easier to say, and it's not like just we ignoring everything.
Gotcha.
But it has, to me, pure love is Christ's love. It's like that love that surpasses all understanding. Like you
Gotcha.
you really want to be present, and it's long suffering, it's patient, it's kind,
got
it's
you.
all those things. And so that's me. I define it by that, because a lot of times we get caught up in the lust of love.
Okay.
Ooh.
And it has really nothing to do with anything, but man,
Yeah.
she fine.
Yeah.
Man, she look good, right?
Absolutely.
I based all my love on some.
But is that love?
No, it's not. I've had
Yes,
$1
yeah.
worth of times and I'm still broke. Man, listen.
Yes. So, man, let's give a couple of shout outs, man. We got Amanda, how you doing?
Hey,
We love
Amanda.
you.
What's
going on,
Patricia,
Amanda?
what's going on? This is our
Patricia.
boy, bass,
Baritone. Talk
Baritone.
about bass.
Yeah.
Because he got that Barry White voice. That's what it is, boy.
Baritone
He got
in
that
the
radio
house.
Barry. So we just want Aunt Liza's on. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, Aunt Liza.
We love y'all. So let me ask you this, man. It was something you said. You said when we focus on one another, and I believe honestly that's where we go wrong, is focusing on one another. Because what we do when we focus on one another, then we're able to actually see really what's wrong with one another. And instead of putting and I think is if we really put our focus on the one who is love,
Right.
and that's where we go wrong at. We put the focus on the person,
Right.
as opposed to putting the focus on the one
Right.
who is love,
Yes.
to show us what that is,
Right.
Right,
so that
right,
we
right.
can now change our focus from being that to being the one that is in front of us to now being ourselves.
Right.
Because if we learn to love what's here first,
Yes.
then we can now spread the love about. But
Yeah.
again, that's where I think, and I think that's a
But okay, but the thing for me, and I don't know if I got you right or wrong. I felt like that the point that was being made is that being selfless, not necessarily focusing on you, looking at your moves, how you moving this way today, or you moving messy. Not that, but more so like, okay, if I'm selfless and you selfless, and my desire is to make sure that I'm not all about me, which means I'm more about you, then we cover each other. So neither one of us get messed up.
I got you. I'm not saying that what he's saying was messy. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that sometimes that becomes a problem, even when we feel that we're being selfless, or because I'm looking out for you, making sure you're good, but that's where a lot of times when we lose the focus, because
I would say this, right?
Okay.
Context is everything. So when I say that, I'm meaning that, of course, God is the center of it all. I'm not excluding him from it.
Right.
But in its pure essence, and let's look at it from marriage, right?
Right.
In a marriage, that's important, right? Because of course, if you're doing that and you're doing it right, Christ's gonna always be at the center
Absolutely.
of it. And so for me, it has more to do with my actions towards another individual, right? So
That
that's
part.
that's what I mean. So like when it comes to that focus of love, it's not taking focus off of God. It's me focusing on the one God has blessed me with. So it's more in that pocket than it is less about God, if you will.
Got you. So because here's the thing, like I said, going back to what we said earlier, a lot of us focus more so on the feeling of it. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll see somebody, because that's the era that I come from. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody walk by and ooh,
Right. Yeah.
So and we'll call that she is blessed. So God bless.
Yes.
The Lord bless me
Yes.
to be able to see.
You're like, she's created in your image, and I love your imagination, God.
But you know
Won't he do
what?
it?
But you know what though? That's what God did when He
Right.
created Eve.
Right.
What He did was He created her.
He fashioned
He
her.
fashioned her and He presented her. And
Absolutely.
He showed her and displayed her to Adam.
Right.
Right.
Then Adam named her and then took possession over what God showed him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the
Right.
thing is, a lot of times, we get caught into everything that is fashion now. Not just that one
Right,
person.
right,
So
yeah.
now we're loving on so many presentations.
Right.
So that we go wrong. So I guess what I want to say right now is, how do we differentiate, saying the love, actually from what we see to really being what it is.
In what kind of relationship?
Let's start with dating.
Yeah,
on up into the process of marriage.
I found success in building a friendship.
Absolutely.
Because you're more than likely not to be disrespectful to a friend.
Yeah.
And abstaining. Because if you holding on from that, then you get the opportunity to see the real. Because once you smash and dash, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
You
And
can't
so
see no more.
you have to really approach it from a friend perspective. Like, this is my friend, because I want to be myself,
Right.
and myself is annoying sometimes.
Wow.
So if I can annoy you and you can hang around, then you my person. If
Wow.
not, then you just maybe somebody who I can be cool with from time to time, but we can't progress because I'm going to be me, and I've conformed. Like when I tell you I've changed more than a chameleon. I will switch it up for whoever who's next. Who do I have to be today?
Yeah, yeah.
And I switch it up, and it just, you want me to be? I'm whatever you want me to be. I was the ultimate role player.
Got you.
And so I feel like focusing on the friendship, focusing on not asking the intrusive questions about, so how was your last relationship? You're not my therapist.
Yeah.
What is my last relationship? You're not my therapist. Leave me alone. What do you, man? And so I got so fed up with it, I realized how bad I was. I was on the phone with somebody, and they kept asking me those questions, and I was like, so we're not going to do this. What's your favorite color? Let's start there, because what are we talking about? And we're not going out to eat. We're going to get coffee. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk. I'm not ready to invest in you. Now we can go out to eat.
Okay.
And if I'm a gentleman, I'll pay, but I would rather not have any barriers in the way and not be full talking. So let's get some coffee. Let's go to Starbucks. Let's go to somewhere where we can hang out and chill and talk, and then build on that. Because if you're going to be here, you're going to be here. There's no sense in us fast forwarding where, I think I don't need you to think nothing. I need you to know. And so, yeah.
Wow.
So I hear this statement all the time. I hear this statement, and I just want to hear y'all, punch on it. Love at first sight.
Okay.
Is that truly possible to, when you see somebody, fall in love at sight, on plain sight? You see,
For the sake of, for me, no, because that's been a downfall for me. So I would say, if you can meet a kindred spirit, and that's most of the time I feel like that's what people are experiencing. And it may form into love, but love is a whole lot of things. And love is something that's proven, right? It's a lot of things involved with love. 1 Corinthians 13 talks about that, right? Talks about love in depth,
Patient,
right?
kind,
So
all
if
that.
I haven't been patient, we can be in strong like. So we can be in love at strong like, but not first sight, because I got to see you again and again and again, because I'm going to get on your nerves. I may annoy you. I'm petty. I'm annoying. I play too much. And if you're not ready for that, I'm gonna get on your nerves. If you are, you my person.
you my person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
love at first sight. Absolutely.
love at first sight is not it's not a real thing to me.
It's not a real thing to you?
Nah, not to me.
Nah, I agree, because what are you loving? You don't even know me.
Right.
You don't know me to love me. I have not done anything. We haven't even had our first argument.
Right.
So therefore, what do you know about me? One thing that I actually I love about the relationship that we have is he loved me flaws and all. First time. I had guys that, they was liking me like that and all of that. But this is the relationship where I was able to be me all the way live, unapologetically. He loved me flaws and all.
Right. That's what it is.
In order for you to love me, you got to see my flaws, you got to know my flaws, and you got to, love covers a multitude of my flaws.
Right. And you got to deal with me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Until and then it's like when you really do not fall, because if you fall into something, you can fall out of it. When you really do love somebody, and it's that unconditional, it's like no matter what condition you in, I got you. I still love you. And for someone to say that to you and actually mean it and show it, it's something about that you cannot ever. It's like, and I don't want to say it, drug. That first time. I don't want to say that, because then.
What do you mean?
you know, when you that first feeling that you get.
That's a
when you
dopamine.
just-
That's a dopamine. That's
Right.
that's legit.
But when,
That's an internal thing, like that dopamine hit.
Right.
It's like when crackheads think that they gonna get higher after they keep smoking crack.
that
No.
first, yeah. But it was like that's how for me. It was like not that it was like a drug for me, but it was a feeling I had not felt before. Like wow, this dude loved me no matter what. Like we have our issues, you know, we have our fallouts, but I don't have a feeling that he's gonna be like I'm out. I can't do this.
Yeah, it's the
So-
revelation, man.
So it's hey Zania, Zania is not in today, y'all, and we praying for her.
Zany, we love you,
She
girl.
watching. We love you, girl. So we'll see you next week. But here's the thing, man. You know, we said that love is more than just a feeling.
It is.
And when we really truly understand what love is, you know, like you said, love is patience, love is kind, love is commitment, love is first and foremost love. God is love. These are the things that we gotta really understand what love is. But with that being said, is love the reason you stay in or be in or exist in a relationship? Is it because of love?
Yes,
Okay.
because like, so I think the King James Version talks about, it uses the word charity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you're giving, when you're doing a charitable thing, you're not looking for anything in return. You're coming to give,
Ooh.
and so it's charity. So it is the thing that keeps it. It's not what it's a version of it that keeps it. It's not just like, oh, I love you. It's all of the things that are tied into it, right? It's like we talked about, this long suffering, this
Right.
patience, this kind. So you can't get away from that thing. You can't get away from what that actually is. And so I believe that love is a thing that will keep it together. And it's coming from someone who's not married, never been, hope to be, but I believe so. I believe that love can cover it. Love covers it all.
So I got you, but let's be real here, because every day, you know, especially being, you know, with the same person, if this is your goal, you're not in love every day.
Yeah.
Some days you just may not have the same feeling of love that you would have maybe had yesterday.
I think in love is different than love.
And that's where your actions come in, because the
Yeah.
feeling, because have you ever had to give her a gesture that you knew you didn't want to do, but you had to do because of love?
Yeah.
So that's where that comes in, right?
Yeah.
It's the selflessness of it, right? So if you're being selfless, that's a part of that's in long suffering, right? So if it's long suffering, then that counts. And so, no, it's not going to always be pretty. It's not going to always be peachy keen. It's going to be one of those things. It's going to be a challenge, because if it was easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would be married. But love is not for the weak.
Right. And I think because love is there, that's the reason why people stay.
Right.
If love was not, if it was absent, you would not stay. So
I guess what I'm saying, I feel like you would stay because, and marriage, of course, we do know marriage and relationship is different. So when you commit to God, I believe it's not about love only. It's about your commitment. You're being committed. So if you're committed, then you're going to commit to being more in love each day, or there's going to be a level of love that you touch. But I believe it also comes with a level of commitment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I commit to God, and I told God that through for better or for worse, for richer or for poor, you know what I'm saying, in sickness and in health. So that means when all of those things that may bad happen, which ain't got nothing to do with love, you know what I'm saying, I'm committed to God to stay in this relationship.
Right.
You know, so at that point where I say, like,
why? Because you love God?
because you're committed to God.
Because
Right.
you love him.
But how can you be committed to, what's your commitment?
Come on.
What is the foundation of your commitment?
Love.
Right. And then love is a choice. So when you're choosing, it's every day is a choice, right? And we all have the power to choose. And so at that point, because my boy BJ O'Neill calls them the fuzzy wuzzies. When the fuzzy wuzzies are gone, what you gonna do? Or can you deal with this person? Like, he asked me a question about a girl I was dating. He said, if she never changed, could you still talk to
Wow.
her? And I was like, Heavens no, I didn't say that. Heavens no.
But still with it, okay, I know y'all saying, okay, you love God, but it's still like because you trust him, right? Because you believe in him.
But you wouldn't believe or trust in him until you first love him.
Till you know him.
Right.
Well, to know him is to love him.
Yeah, to know him is to love him.
Right.
You'll believe that. But I guess, I'm trying to find out, is love the true and the only basis of being in
It is
relationship?
the base. Love is the base because God is
Because you
love.
get back, because again, we understand like what comes, like there's feelings, there are emotions that are tied up into this, and when those feelings and
Those
those
are just
emotions,
the things we
The greatest of
magnify
these, they
about
say,
love.
the greatest of these things is
The
love.
greatest.
The great. So faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of them is love. And so if the greatest of them is love, love trumps it all. So
Yeah.
you have to choose that love. And I agree with you in what you're saying because I understand it. But at the end of the day, people make a lot of decisions based on a feeling, right?
Feeling.
But the fact is, if you love them, then you got to stay in that space of, okay, I got to remember my commitment to God and that in front of those cloud of witnesses that I said I do in
Right.
front of, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that's the basis of it for me when it comes to that love, because it's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. I'm not going to feel the same way about you every day. So I have to choose. I have to choose because the love ain't going nowhere. I may not like how your hair may be messed up or you may stink today, but I still love you.
But you heard the operative word. I might not feel
Right.
you today, but I still love you.
Yeah.
I still love you. I might not like what you did.
Right.
Your behavior might be kind of but I still love you. And love should be somewhere in the cement mixture of the foundation that your relationship is built on.
love.
Absolutely.
Right.
Because God is he's the nucleus. He's the guy. He's the one that says you can't have covenant in marriage without me. You can have a contract. So if God is love, then that's it. Let me tell you why I respect you. Hold up. The word of God tells me to respect my husband, right? It's sometimes I don't feel like you deserve or even warrant the respect, right? But guess what I do? I'd be like, okay, God, and I had to get here. I had to train myself and condition myself to understand what he meant when he said it, then just to be obedient. I have to say, okay, God, you said to respect him. You didn't give me no B clause, respect him if he, or none of that. So because you told me to respect him, I'm at the place now, thank you, Jesus, where I can say, okay, I'm going to respect him regardless. That's a choice that I made to respect you. Why? Because I love God and I want to be obedient to him and I don't want to grieve my Holy Spirit. So I do what he say do because I love him.
Let me read a couple of comments, y'all. Mia Zania, she said, commitment and love are two different things. For instance, a person commits herself to the military, but not so necessarily love serving, but love serving, or do love serving. And then Tisha SP, she said, your tribulations in marriage bring you back to the core purpose, love. Okay, everybody's saying, it's back to love. I always like to be
Right.
I got you.
the angel's advocate.
Yeah.
Right. I got you.
I gotta
You
be the
picked
angel.
that, huh? You picked it up.
Right.
I gotta be the angel's advocate because again, just what if? Because there are people out here that believe that. So I like to think like for somebody who really thinks this way. There are people that think that way.
Right.
Like, I don't love this, but I'm gonna still be here. Because we've been
That's
together
because they
so
was in
long.
lust. You can't say I don't love you. Even people that divorce, they don't divorce because they don't love the person. They divorce because something happened that caused a breach in the contract. I mean, the trust or something like that. It's not. I mean, they. I'm not saying I don't love them. I just can't be with them. Sometimes it's irreconcilable differences, which should not be the case. But no judgment. At the end of the day, though, I feel like that people really don't know what love is, and because a lot of times love is not accurate in their life, then they will say, I don't love him no more or her no more. Or they will say, well, why you staying with him after you found out he cheated on you? Because I love him. I mean, I just have to be honest. I love him.
Okay. Mia said she's agreeing with me. Thank you. Eliza said, it's just like when people say God knows my heart. Yes, but he doesn't have to like what is in it, but he still loves you.
Love is still there.
Yeah. Hold on, let me go back and read. She said, commitment and love are two different things. Yes. For instance, a person commits himself to the military, but so not necessarily love serving.
That's a different context. That's why I started it out with. We can use a whole lot of hypotheticals when commitment. Like I'm committed to like a lot of things that I don't necessarily. I'm committed to going working out. I don't love it.
Right.
You can't tell I'm working out, but I did. I got like a 1-pack. But like I'm, I don't necessarily love it. But in when we're talking about a union that has Christ at the center of it, you cannot move any other way other than the way that you promised to move, better for worse, for sickness and in health. So and then there's also wisdom, right? You don't want to let somebody just go upside your head and go crazy on you, and then you still in this relationship, right?
Life-threatening situation.
Things like that. You got to use wisdom. You got to be able to apply wisdom. So it's not being foolish. It's using your God-given wisdom with another person's God-given wisdom and coming together and making a decision to love unconditionally.
Yeah.
Not to perfection, but unconditionally.
Right.
And there are different kind of love because, there's a love where, like you love your brother. Like,
Phileo. Phileo, yeah.
But then there's a love that you have that you don't share with nobody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's agape love. You know what I'm saying? So there are different types of love. But again, if Jesus is not the center of anything, because like I just believe the center comes from our relationship with God.
Right.
First and foremost. Because a lot of times we don't love ourselves. So if we don't love ourselves, how in God's green earth can we even give a level of love to anybody else? It don't even have to be in a relationship. It could be in a friendship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that love here. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying a lot of times I believe that it's not just about love, because sometimes we come in relationships looking for that void to be filled because we don't even know what it is to our own self.
Right.
Because there's some things that we won't even do for ourselves. We'll let ourselves go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We dealing with certain situations that we came with, we grew up with certain angers. So some of us are more angry than we're in love.
Right.
But we're attached to a situation looking to find that love.
Right.
So of course, it's not about love at this point, because it's like I'm trying to find out who I am.
Right.
And we're trying to get with somebody to help us find, which is not a level of love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I believe that's still like we are searching for a certain culturally put situation, because that's what we do. Culture says have sex. You know what I'm saying? Culture promotes sex. Culture promotes if you take a woman
you love
out,
who you love.
Yeah, or love who you love. You know,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is totally against the word of God.
Right.
But that's another subject for another day. But still, at the end of the day, I still believe that it love is not the thing that glues the relationship together. It may be the end result. It's I still believe it's that commitment thing. You know what I'm saying? Because
So what inspires you to commit?
What inspires me to commit? My relationship.
With who?
With God.
So do you think so if God gave you the relationship, then God gave you something earthly to love on a level that is on the same level that if God gifted you with that, if he gave it to you, then he wants you to give it that same love, because why would he give you something to say, hey, well, I'm going to halfway love you here because I can't love you fully. Not saying that the love has to be equivalent to God, but if God is in it, then love is there.
Yeah.
And so if it's a God thing, then it's a love thing. And so the commitment comes from your commitment to God, right? And your commitment to God inspires you to be committed to the other person.
Got you.
So and your commitment to God is rooted in his love for you and your love for him. So we can't separate love. Love is everywhere.
Because you saying what I'm saying pretty much in a nutshell. But it's like, if we don't have that commitment with God, then how could we have, again, that's the connection, because a lot of us really are not connected or rooted with him.
Right.
So getting in relationships without that connection, I believe that we don't even understand what that love is at that point, because we're not loving in spite of. We're loving because of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're loving with a need, or we're loving because we need love.
Right, with
you
an
know
agenda. Yeah.
It is an agenda behind
Whitney
it. So
Houston said the greatest love of all is inside of me. You know?
come on here.
But most people just want people inside of them, and they want the greatest lust of all.
Or they want to be inside of people.
Right.
Okay, so I'm looking at a field, right? And in that field, I see a tree. And on that tree, it's a fruit, and it's called a commitment tree. The fruit on the tree is commitment. But at the end of that tree, at the root, down within, the root of that tree is love. Did I get it good? Did I do it good?
Good.
Did I do a good one?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
The fruit on the tree is commitment, but the root of the tree is love.
Okay, hold on. Tisha said, you have to genuinely like your spouse as well. I had to be away from my spouse to appreciate the marriage under one roof. 16 years of marriage. Wow. What's up, Dave?
Congratulations on 16 years.
Congratulations. Love with you all. Love you with all of your flaws is a commitment. As God loves us to the ups and downs, good and bad, all times, that sometimes that's real love. That's why God is love. And
okay, baby, wait, hold up.
I'm
you
sorry.
Cannot stumble over that.
Okay, love
comment.
is, let me slow down.
Please.
Love you with all of your flaws
is a commitment.
Loving you with all of your flaws is a commitment. God loves us through the ups and the downs, good and bad times. That's real love sometimes. That's why God is love. And then
the root is still love.
People use the word love as a cliche in a lot of context. Absolutely. Darren, what's up, man?
Aunt Liza, they do that because like I said earlier, I don't believe a lot of times people know what love is, because the examples, unfortunately, that a lot of people...
I don't think we know what it is.
Right. Because the example a lot of people have now today, the very first example of love is your parents.
Because too, Baritone, culture and society has shaped the narrative of today's society.
Right. I agree.
And we grew up when family was everything.
Right.
You know, the loving family. It was
Mother,
about family.
father.
You know, even if you didn't get along, you gonna get along for the family.
Right.
If you didn't get along with nobody else on the block, you got along with family. Today, they not even talking to their parents. So they, you know, if you ain't doing what I like, I'm not that. So I believe today, culture has shaped the mindset of the people today. This is why I really believe that a lot of people don't even know what love is, because because of the narrative that has been shaped.
Definitely.
Do you and don't care who cares about it. Be who you is, love who you love, and if you love who you love, then that's love. And that's like
ain't nobody else's business.
Ain't nobody else, you know what I'm saying? And except, and it's like, you know, so that's what I'm saying. Like, because of that reason and because of today's culture, I believe if we're committed, that's why I go back to that now. If we're committed, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot, even Tisha, she said that she had to learn to like. I think
that goes back to that friendship we discussed. I
understand that, but the thing is like the love was not there, and again,
what do you mean the love?
Because if you go to like, that's
I don't think
backwards.
that was what
no.
was
Like
said.
is so. For example, some days the love is there, but you probably getting on my nerves. So I don't like you right now. You tripping. Get out my face. I love you though, but move around. You know, and it's like that, and that's where grace comes in, right? Because the grace is unmerited favor. You ain't do nothing to earn it. I just have to extend it just because that's the God nature in me. So I think that just depends on who you're talking to when it comes to that kind of love. Because like I cannot be a fan of you today. Like when the Texans lose, I'm just like man, like I don't like y'all right now. Man, y'all tripping. I love the home team.
Cowboys, man.
Wow. So you got a lot of you should.
I got a lot of haters. I got a lot of haters. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, man,
but America's
I get
team.
a ring before they will, and I've been waiting for a long time.
You still waiting?
He said he'll get one.
You still waiting?
Yeah,
But listen, One of the first things God said was do what? Husbands do what?
Love your wives.
As what?
Christ loved the church.
That's that sacrifice and that commitment. They go hand in hand.
That's what she said. Tisha SP, thank you for tuning in with us, Tisha SP. She said, love is sacrifice.
Yeah.
Bottom line. People are scared of marriage as well. Love is trusting to walk down the aisle and sticking with it forever. Yes. Darren, I'm sorry, I skipped Darren. Darren said, all of the words in the dictionary, who has or can truly define love?
God.
God. Easy. It depends on
Simple and
It depends
plain.
on where you are, and,
Yeah.
and, you know, like if for some people it's a definition. For others, it's someone who, for example, the cross was the ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yep.
And even the people he was say, forgive them for they know not what they
Right.
do.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like those things that help me to understand it from a profound perspective. If I'm trying to be deep, I'll say that. But you know, on the surface, when it comes to it, people can define it how they want to. But man, love is powerful if you use it properly.
Yeah.
I think love has
and
been
that's the
dumbed
whole
down.
point. Yeah.
I think it has been dumbed down.
That's
to
what
lust.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I knew it was gonna come out of y'all in a minute.
Oh, that's what you was trying to say?
No, I was gonna get there, but that's where I'm going because it really, I think, just like the word of God has been manipulated and tainted, I believe that for
Out
love.
of the mouths of men, but not in the word of God. But go
No,
ahead.
I'm not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But I believe that's what love has become. It has been tainted, and it has been twisted to be something that is not.
Right.
And it's become lust. It has become a
It
feeling.
hasn't become. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It hasn't
It's the
become. It's
experiences
still
of
what
the
it is.
people.
Yeah.
It's the experiences of the people. You saying it's become that for the culture is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah.
It's become that for the culture because,
Yes.
like, for example, I work with kids, and I was talking to this team, like, and I was talking to the athletic team, and I asked the girl, I said, "What is love?" She said, "A 4-letter lie."
Oh,
I said, "Ooh,"
my
and everybody was like,
goodness.
"No, it's not." I said, "No, that's her experience."
Yeah.
What you can do is educate her on what that is. Your experience with that person who told you that. They lacked the integrity to maintain love.
Yeah.
They lacked the wisdom to understand what true love is, and so your experience is based on that. Just because just because that's what happened to you does not make it the truth. You just have to change your belief system,
Yeah.
and you have to experience that in order for that to happen.
Absolutely.
That
yeah.
perspective
I like
is
that.
everything.
I like that, man.
That perspective
I
is
really like-
everything. Okay, so what y'all think about people saying, about these vibes, the vibes?
Yeah.
That's a big thing now, I mean, I feel your vibe. You got good vibes, and so I think
Your
you're my
energy.
person.
Your energy.
Yeah, what y'all think about that?
You want to go?
Yeah. Well, the thing about, because it's like you're saying the same thing, like, our energies have to match our energies, and it's like we've taken the stars and these what do you call it, zodiacs, and we're trying to bring it into a God situation. So I really believe it ain't about energy; it's the friendship that you was talking about. Mm-hmm. It's like, first of all, how can two walk together except we agree? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we don't agree on energy. We agree on coming together and letting go of everything that we would bring into the relationship that would hinder it. So if we're able to let that go, to be able to exist in the friendship, you know what I'm saying, and bringing that to, the Bible says, and the two shall become one flesh. That's where the struggle is at, becoming one flesh. It's the flesh, for real. It's two different stories, two different experiences, two different backgrounds,
right.
two different upbringings. If we're able to be healed and delivered from that and wholly come together to now be able to talk to one another and have a decent conversation, right, and not be triggered by something you said, you know what I'm saying? It could be something as simple as, I want to open the door for you. Yeah, the last dude that did that to me, he slammed the door. So of course that's going to somebody, that's negative energy, but I don't believe it's negative energy. It's a past experience. And that's what a lot of times we don't deal with. We don't deal with the things that we need to let go so that we can actually find out truly who this person is. So
that's the long suffering part of it, right? Because to endure means to carry on through despite hardships, to suffer patiently without yielding. So when you endure something, you're enduring it not because of, but in spite of, right? because it's endurance is a choice, and love endures. And so if love endures, then you have to be patient enough with this person to fully understand them and fully know, okay, well then let me ask questions, right? Let me ask questions, because if we make assumptions based on how a person is treating us, and we internalize it and make it about us, when really they may have something that they're dealing with. And I'm nobody's therapist, but I used to be. Man, I retired my cape. I used to say, what's your problem? Come to me, all ye who is weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And then they chunked me the deuce. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
So no, there's wisdom in all aspects, wisdom on all fronts when it comes to that connection. And dealing with a person that has some past experiences, because that may not be yours, that may not be your cross to carry.
Yeah.
If anybody knows me by now, y'all know that I always feel like there's two agendas at play. It's like chess. The devil got his little agenda at play. God got his agenda at play.
Yeah.
Everything God said is good. He always come with a counterfeit. Vibes. We have got caught up in these vibes and this good energy and all that stuff. Y'all know that's fleeting. Right. That is the exact opposite of love that endures.
Right.
Yeah.
Love that suffers long and is patient and is kind. It does not keep a record of wrongdoing. If you taking tally and tabs, well, you did this and you got your whole joint, back in so-and-so, all of that stuff is not what love is. So what happens is people say, oh yeah, I feel your energy. You got good vibes, but when that vibe fleets and it's gone, because what is that anyway but smoke and mirrors?
Right.
Then all of a sudden you feel like that's not my person no more. I mean, I thought that because the vibes were so good at the beginning and it was just so amazing and all of that stuff. And now all of a sudden it's like, I'm not feeling them. Feelings, because it's not love. We got to get away from the vibes. Wow. That's a play.
That's real.
That's a play on the chessboard of the game of life that the enemy is trying to play with our minds to make us fall into a deeper despair when it comes to, I'm not trying to get married. I don't want to do all that.
Absolutely.
I don't want to be, we just kicking it. We just got a situationship, no commitment.
Right.
Because of the fear of being hurt.
Commitment.
By being
They
in
go
love.
that word again. Commitment. Lamar.
I think it all go together.
Lamar, what's up, man? He said 1 Corinthians
Mar.
13, the Bible defines love not primarily as a feeling, but as a profound action-orientated way of life characterized by patience, kindness, selfishness, and truthfulness. It describes love as something that perseveres, protects, trusts, and hopes all while remaining humble and rejoicing in what is right. This kind of love, exemplified by Jesus, is sacrificial, focusing on the well-being of others rather than oneself.
Which goes back to focusing on the other person.
Right.
Right?
Lamar, where you copied that from?
down?
Where you copied that from?
Didn't he break that down? So at the end of the day,
Let's talk like
this
AI.
this guy, oh my goodness. But
That's my guy, man.
Mark, that was dope.
Darren, what's up, Darren? We miss you, man. He said, are the vibes truly there, or is it what you desire or long for?
The vibes are smoke and mirrors, people.
It's
smoke
what you desire
and mirrors.
or long for.
Yeah.
Because if you looking to, and most of it is aesthetics, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And if you willing to fool yourself for long enough, I've had some vibes, but I had an agenda, right?
Absolutely.
So if
Exactly.
I don't, so if my vibe, if I can tell you that long enough to get you where I need you,
Right.
then of course, we vibe.
Yeah.
We got good in.
Yeah, we got good energy.
But
Y'all ladies listen.
After I've let go of my energy,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, after I release that
The
energy,
vibe is
the
gone.
vibe is gone.
Yes.
The
Ladies?
energy is definitely gone.
Yes.
Ladies, we got
So
real
am I.
talk.
Yeah.
Right.
Ladies, y'all
But you
better
know what?
listen.
That is so
Right,
real.
right.
That is so the energy. There is a motive behind the energy.
You know what we
Right.
used to call it when we was growing up?
What?
The representative. Somebody
oh,
just
yeah.
renamed
Yeah.
it
Oh, yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
Because we in the era of energy and in the universe and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Mystical. But no, it used to be the representative. For 90 days, he gonna kick it, and you gonna see the best part of the person he wants you to see until what?
He released that energy.
Day 91. Day
You ain't
91?
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But shoot, some of us release this energy in a day or two.
Yeah, they don't even wait 90 days no
They didn't
more.
wait 90 days no
Because
more.
everybody want to be loved.
Right.
And we find love in all the way, but it's
But
not
you're
love.
but you're not willing to commit.
You're not willing to be that friend first. So I can figure out who you are. See, the crazy part is when you connect with that person, that bond that you connect with will always, a little bit of that will always be with you. So if I could go back to my younger self and say, chick, let me tell you something. Be careful who you connect with. Because a piece of that person is going to be with you in all of the experiences that you go through in life. So get to know them first. Don't fall for the vibes and the representative.
Right.
And then figure out, even if you like them real good, figure out, is this somebody that I am willing to be with? And dudes, if she not somebody that you want to carry your legacy just because she got some good legs, you see, you better get out of there.
Leg, you see, I like
Okay.
it.
I
You
gotta
better
read this
invite me to a
comment real
poetry.
quick.
I'm trying to audition.
Tisha SP, I love what you said. I'm sorry, I didn't want to skip Patricia. She said, yes, enduring in spite of.
That's right.
Tisha said, bodies can be altered, fixed minds and hearts can't. Come on.
Wow.
Ooh.
They
Come
can
on
be
here.
altered and fixed, but minds and hearts can't. Have y'all ever seen that picture where this lady, she was super cute. I'm talking about everything was potted up.
Young lady, I think she was Asian. Yeah.
The picture before all the work wasn't that cute.
Right.
But
Be careful.
here's the thing.
That's
you
all
know,
I'm
she
saying.
said minds and hearts can't be fixed. But here's the thing. That's where the battlefield is. It's in the mind. The Bible says that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against what?
Principalities against
Yeah.
spiritual wickedness. in high
Spiritual
places.
wickedness
high
in high
places.
places.
Yeah.
It can be
The
fixed
big guns.
if our narrative changes. And who changes that narrative? God.
His word.
His word.
If
the
you
word,
want to know what's
yes.
on his mind, look in the book.
Exactly. So again, that's why it always says, cast down every imagination,
Mm-hmm.
think on these things, so that it now changes the way we think. And if we change the way we think, the heart is already connected to what we think, because
Right.
that's how we behave
Yeah.
through what we think.
Right.
So I really believe that, like I said, you know, culture has really kind of, even culture is coming in the church. Culture is creeping in the church. So I just heard a song the other day with Kirk Franklin, T-Pain, and somebody else, and it's like,
T.I., I think.
I don't know
No,
who it was,
probably
but it was.
wasn't
I was
that
like,
one.
wow, like, so it's like we're really combining instead of really, because the Bible says we got to be holy. What is holy? Being separate, being apart. We're not of the world. We're in the world, but we're not of the world. So we're supposed to be apart.
Set
But
apart,
we're
baby.
combining the two, and I believe in the combining the two, the religion. So we're hiding it by calling it religion, instead of really being holy about it and saying that this is not of God. So that's what I said. Our level of thinking is being altered because of what we're allowing. You know what I'm saying? We're allowing our experiences to now shape how we think. Like you said, it's like what we experienced, and you had to deal with that with a young lady, with a young lady.
You speaking in tongues, babe?
Yeah. But the point is, it's like we're allowing this to shape the way we think.
Yeah.
And because of this happening, this is even shaping our definition of what love is. Because if we know that love now it's not it's an action. It's definitely an action.
Yeah.
But I believe we are human beings. That means we are. This is something who we are. So we have to
It's
become
not
it.
human doing.
Yeah,
It's not what you do.
It's not what you do. It's who you
who you
are.
are,
So if we can
created to
become
be.
this, then we'll understand what comes with who we are, because we are created in His image.
Right.
So everything that we do is Christ-centered, mirroring what He does, because He showed the ultimate sacrifice.
It's a reflection.
So it's a reflection. It is a sacrifice. It is sacrificing our thoughts, sacrificing our pain, sacrificing those things that causes us to now alter that level of thinking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Solid.
Okay, so we're gonna get you to
Yeah,
do
you-
a little
before we go,
poetry
yeah,
before we
yeah.
leave.
Okay.
We have about 10 more minutes, but I want to do a sidebar. Can I step up on my soapbox? Okay, let me say this. Light and darkness cannot go together. So while Kirk Franklin did say his agenda, his plan was to merge gospel music with secular music, and he said he was going to marry them together, and he's doing it, and we as Christians are accepting it. Y'all listen, your boy Baritone already said when he was in the love game, you know, doing his thing, he listened to a lot of music, and that music kind of directed how he thought about love and how he dealt in relationships. We have to understand music is very serious like that. Right. So it's some things, y'all, I don't care. You could get mad at me all day long. Right is right and wrong is wrong according to the word of God. I didn't say it. He did. Mm-hmm. You can't marry light and dark and expect God to be pleased with that thing. Y'all, we got to be careful what we allow. And it got a little bump to it. And Kirk Franklin be having some good little produced music. But at the end of the day, it sounds good and it tickles our ear. But if light and darkness is combined together, y'all, it's not right. Mm-hmm. And you don't know what it's doing to your soul.
Right. Absolutely. So listen, y'all, my boy Baritone, he is an awesome poet. I heard a lot about him, man. And before we go, thank you, Darren. Darren said today's culture has really become so shallow and selfish. That is so true. But anyway,
that is true, Darren.
I want him to give us a little piece of something that he's written, man. You know what I'm saying? And take us on out of here, man. You know, because you know I want y'all to support him. You know what I'm saying? You know, tell them your page so the people when they look on, tell them how to support you, how to find you. You know,
sure, for sure. You can follow me on all platforms right now at ELB2ND. The number 2 ELB eggs, lettuce, bacon. Tell them hungry. Yeah. The number 2 Nancy David ELB2ND.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's on all platforms.
Gotcha.
And where do you perform? Let people.
I'll be performing next August 17th at a gospel brunch at Black Lotus with along with Kathy Taylor, myself, and a host of other people. But yeah, it'll be August 17th. That's the next place I'll be. But I'm curating a show August 9th at this place called Paper Cove. That's inside of a church called Ecclesia. August 9th. You can find that on my page. August 9th. The event is called Well Versed. It has the most outstanding poets in the city right now on the flyer. There. No lie. I would not lie to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's August 9th. Tickets are $20. Yeah, it's going to be well worth the ticket, man. Pulling up would be dope, man. I appreciate y'all for
no doubt.
For
sure. No doubt. We're going to pull up, man. We definitely pulling up.
Sure. So this is a piece I wrote. I wrote this piece while I was mad. Okay. And it's called Punchlines because it hurt to write it. So I told my boy I was mad at God. He said, well, write about it. I was like, okay, cool. So here we go. I had the shackles on my feet, so I couldn't dance. 2 chains. I was a double-minded man, so I didn't expect anything from the Lord. 2 brains. Even tried to cross over and bounce on God, but that was the harder way. 2 sprains. I was a low-down, dirty shame looking for a way out instead of a way in. 2 lame. Fronting for the gram like I had it all together and my life was picture perfect, false frame. When stressed out, I would look for a station to play or remember an Xbox and craft a mind game. I could lie without blinking. I had stinking thinking. If anyone would ask me how I was doing, I would say I'm okay, but on the inside, my spirit man was sinking. Tried to keep my head above water, making a wave when I could. These times were not good. I was teared up and stressed out, know what I'm talking about. 3 a.m, tried to pray, couldn't get a word out. My life, SUC'd. I was all screwed up. I was a bulimia Bible reader, filling myself with the word but not wanting to keep it down because the voices in my head would not keep it down. Believe me, I tried. But guilt and blame made me feel insane. Profane language spewed from my lips to the sky. I felt like God was pissed off, so I felt pissed on when it rained. I was a tortured soul, couldn't stand on my own too, defeated. A day in my shoes would wear out your soul. I put on my best face for the book, posting pretentious proverbs, pretending I had peace. I could not find a cure for this disease. I was disconnected and no longer in service. Sometimes I could hardly hear what my pastor was saying. Oh, wretched man I am. Please deliver me from this body decaying. So again, I tried praying. I asked why she left. He said, so I can get your mind right. After all, your mind, right? You love to love so much that you were out of touch with reality, practicing carnality and caught up in the fallacy. You thought she was irreplaceable, and you were so drunk in love that you forgot that I was spiked and punched. I had to remove her in that fashion. Remember, I wore red bottoms to save your black soul. Thou shalt not put another before me. And you sang her praises every morning. Sometimes before you even acknowledged I was there, you did everything in your power to show that you care for her. Now your energy is drained. You can't sleep because losing the girl of your dreams causes nightmares. You feel insane every time you close your eyes. You see her face. It is ingrained in your brain. But you were too mad to ask me to ease the pain. Who can I run to tell my little secrets and get some understanding when I got love on my mind? This time, Jesus was on the main line. And I answered yes when he gave me a ring. So I guess you could say I'm married to the call. Instead of getting down on one knee, he reminded me he proposed from a tree. His way of saying I do to me, I was reminded that whether I suppress or repress, the power will not digress until it is addressed. So I have to fall on my knees and press. And although sometimes I am stressed and depressed, I constantly have to remind myself that this is only a test. Thank you.
Whoa! Come on, with them hand claps, Quincy.
You don't
Come
do
on.
hand claps, baby,
Yes.
in poetry. You do baby, baby, baby.
Oh,
you
I'm
do,
sorry.
Come on.
Okay.
Get it
all right.
together.
All right.
Snaps.
Man, listen, y'all. That
My
was
goodness.
dope. You got,
My
dude.
goodness.
You were talented, man.
Woo.
Man, y'all, listen, y'all. Yeah, let me see the stars, man. Come on, if y'all
We
love
need
this
some
piece,
hand claps,
I need some hand
snaps,
man.
emojis.
Y'all, come on,
Appreciate
Y'all
the
son.
love,
listen, do
Oh yeah,
not
Patricia,
forget.
you got the virtual snaps. Come on, y'all. That's
okay,
right.
where was it that you said you're gonna do your event again?
If you in the
August
city, of Houston,
17th. It's on my page. If you go to my
Okay.
page, it's a flyer. She has a QR code on there. It's Black Lotus Studios.
Gotcha.
I'll be there August 17th along with this comedian named Buki. She's producing the event. But it's going to be me, Kathy Taylor, and some other people.
Man, you gotta get us that
Yeah, so
information.
it's a
So-
gospel.
No,
it's
he
a
said it's
Sunday
on his
brunch.
page.
It's on your
So
page,
y'all,
okay. It's on
we're
his
gonna
page,
go
y'all.
to his page.
he definitely coming.
And
through.
we are
Definitely
going to come through. Aunt Liza, you know what? You invited me to something, and with you and Darren.
Darren said
and
they
I'm
really
inviting
enjoyed it,
you
yeah.
to this. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's go.
Tisha, we're
Date
gonna
night,
be
y'all.
there. Y'all, let's
Yeah,
go.
Date night. Yeah, we coming.
Zany,
Our crew coming.
we gonna be
coming.
there. Hey, Tease, how you doing, my baby?
Yeah, my dad was on. I ain't get to tell him
Yeah,
what's up yesterday.
we coming.
But listen, y'all. Listen, man. Y'all follow him, man. Follow him, man. We want to support our people.
Yes.
So we definitely gonna support them. We gonna support each other, man.
That
We
was
we are
nice,
now
though.
we are now in a relationship, man.
Right.
No doubt.
That
We-
one hit my
yeah.
heart.
'Cause,
Ooh,
man,
my heart
we vibe.
palpitated. It was
I
like,
didn't. I can't lie. I can't lie because I can talk. I really can. And you match me, man.
man.
I was like, oh, he coming with something here.
Y'all know
Hold
what
on,
I
I gotta
felt
go
like
back in
doing.
the archive.
Y'all know what I felt like doing when he was doing his poetry. I felt like saying dun 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 dun. I felt like it, but I said I ain't gonna mess it up. That was dope.
But that was dope, man.
That was dope. Loved it.
So definitely, y'all, please, y'all go back and follow him, man, and support him.
Absolutely, I
And definitely, we
will.
want y'all to
Appreciate the love,
subscribe to Shift Real Talk. We do this every Tuesday, man. We gotta bring you back too,
Yeah,
man.
man. Anytime.
Absolutely.
We gotta bring you
I'm
back.
down.
Yeah, we gotta bring you back.
Love
We
it,
gotta bring you
love
back.
it, love
So
it.
listen, y'all, that is our time.
Yep.
I'm your boy, Pastor J.
I'm your girl, Lady Free, and we have our guest.
Baritone.
Baritone. Come on.
Until next time,
And until
y'all.
next time,
don't
y'all.
forget to like and share. Make sure you follow Baritone and follow Shift Real Talk TV. Until next week.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for watching.